And people buy it and they believe it and they trust the media. And then they create this hatred for a group of people or a company or capitalism or ideas that are fundamentally sound that have built America. And they begin to hate them because they're told to hate them. Tom McDonald has this great song out called All They Want Is Us to Yell at Each Other. I hate you. I hate you. They don't want us to talk. They don't want us to understand each other. It's a pretty good song. Y'all check that out. I think it's called Left and Right. Anyways. So they have this whole new push now, and this is something Kamala is running on, that she is going to take it upon herself to help the American citizen, and she is going to start limiting the price people can charge for groceries, for housing, for fuel, and she is going to stop price gouging, right?
Right.
These greedy, nasty capitalist companies are the ones killing America. It's not the government. It's not our policies. These people are taking advantage of you, and they're constantly raising their prices because they know they can, because they know you have to survive. It's a bunch of crap. It really is. And it's very dangerous because once you start to hate the system you're a part of, you either want to burn that system to the ground or you want to get out or break it, or I don't know the right adjective for it, but it's not a healthy adjective. And Heather, I know now you do a lot with us, part of the deal, but you used to shop at Aldi's a lot, go to the grocery store a lot.
Yeah.
You got 3 kids. Inflation, especially on groceries, are now the highest they've ever been.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
And you feel that every time you go to the store?
Yes. I used to be able to fill my cart and get all the meat and all the produce and all the shelf-stable stuff for about $150 a week. That's a family of 5 with 1 vegetarian.
All right.
If I were still getting meat and veggies there, it would be closer to $250 a week.
Closer to $250. So about $100 increase.
Yeah, a week.
A week. Yeah, no,
That's
I know.
$400 a month.
Times 52 weeks times 12 months.
Right.
I get it. So they got this story. Arena Navarro is a lady out in Houston. And she called the media because she's had enough. She's fed up. And she's tired of these greedy corporations blaming inflation on their price hikes. And she doesn't understand why every time she goes to the grocery store, everything keeps going up. It doesn't plateau. The prices are just continually to rise. Week after week, eggs are higher, lettuce is higher, canned goods are higher, milk is higher, bread is higher. She's like, nothing is staying the same, nothing is coming down. And every time I complain to the manager, he's like, there's nothing I can do about it. Inflation's killing us. Cost of goods are killing us. We have to keep raising the prices. But she knows better. She knows that they are pocketing all the profits.
Oh, of course.
And now, this is true. A cumulative inflation of 25.6%. All right, the rest of goods and commodities, they say, are running around 21.6. And now, don't get me wrong, that's not what Biden and Harris will tell you. They'll tell you it's at 9 and it's coming down to 7, and they'll eventually have it back under 3. But the realness of it is 25 to 30% is where everything's at. And if you don't believe me, it's simple mathematics. Go back to what things were 4 years ago and what they are today, and everything is 20 to 30 to 40% higher.
Yeah, everybody sees it. They have to.
But I want to give a little. Let me pause for one moment.
Okay.
Because I know we're going on in the show, and I want to tell everybody just real quick. Part of how we do this show is Organic Meats, Morris Family Farms. Your food, your farmer, and yes, our prices are higher. We are charging more now than we've ever charged for the same things: tomatoes, beans, squash, ribeye steaks, T-bones, fillets, you name it. Everything we have is higher than it used to be. But our profits are at an all-time low. Our margins are almost non-existent. I mean, I was telling to a guy this the other day. He was telling me, well, look at the farm report. Farmers are making more money now under Biden, the farm income report. Farmers are making more money under Biden than they ever made under Trump. Biden is good for farms.
Aren't y'all paying a lot more for everything?
Yes, that's what I was like, dude. I was like, yes, of course the income went up, right? So we'll just call it 1.5 million. That's a false number. It's more. It's higher, much higher than that. But we'll just use it like, let's say under Trump it was 900,000. Under Biden it's 1.5 million. All right, we'll just throw those fake numbers out there. But on the 900 million, we had like a 30 to 40% margin. That gives you room for shrinkage, waste, things going bad, people returning, people stealing. You got your employees, your building, and then you can still make some money on that. All right? On the 1.5 million, we're like 10%, 9%, 8% on some stuff.
There's no wiggle room.
There's no wiggle room for loss, shrinkage, waste, a sloppy cut, an employee that takes a little home on the side, a customer picks up an extra one and doesn't mean to steal but picks up an extra one. You still got your rent, your power, your insurance, machines, breakdowns. You still got to take care of your animals, your slaughter fees, and everything else is going up. The cost of rent's going up, the cost of the cam's going up, the cost of property insurance is going up. General liability insurance is going up, fuel's going up, hay, grass, it's feed, but hay and grass, that's going up, parts are going up. So what do they expect us to do?
You have to raise prices.
But it doesn't, well, yes, you're right.
You just can't raise them to that extent. You can't, what will your customers do?
So here's the thing that the honest people are in. We look at the numbers and say, okay, we need 40%. Now we're not making 40. Right, but we need 40%. If it costs me $1 to produce something, I need to sell it for $1.40, because I've got to pay payroll, I got to pay rent. So I'm not putting 40 cents on every dollar in my pocket. But if we don't have that number, we can't work. So right now we're at let's just for instance. So now instead of it costing us $1 to do it, it costs us $2 to do it. So if we put 40% on that, now we're at $2.80, and people are like, man, I can't pay $2.80. So we're like, all right.
And then they'll go to Aldi and eat crap meat.
And then we're like, all right, we can't survive on $2.40. So let's try $2.55, $2.51. How high can we raise prices and try to survive, but not price ourselves out of business? Because at the end of the day, people have to be able to afford our product, even though we're higher. And yes, we have a much better product, but much better quality. It's cleaner, it's better for you, and all the stuff that goes with it. But we also can't take your whole paycheck, or else you won't be able to keep coming back. And we do all kind of things like our meat box packages, and right now we're doing $500 meat pack, different ways to help people buy in bulk.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, you saw that.
I think you're going to lose money on that.
No, we're not going to.
Too good.
We're not going to make a lot, but we've already sold like 5 packs this week. So we're hoping on volume. If we sell enough volume, we can have smaller yields, smaller margins, because we're selling so much more product.
And if anybody wants to see what comes in that meat box, you can go to Facebook, you can go to X, you can go to YouTube or Instagram. Yeah, and that is like the most impressive video I've seen. I'm pretty sure my sister and my dad are both going to be ordering one of those boxes.
Oh, sweet. All right, perfect. Yeah, so we're putting in 2 sets of 5. So it's 10 packs of ground beef, 5 ribeyes, 5 T-bones, 5 sirloins, 5 chuck roast, 5 stew beefs for $500.
You better get yourself some freezer space.
You can't beat that. It's a good deal.
It is so much meat.
It is. It's a lot, but it's not overwhelming. We did that for all the people who are like, I can't afford a half cow or a whole cow. I don't have freezer space for a half cow or a whole cow. Do you have other options I could buy? So we're doing that. We're also doing all weekend long chicken leg quarters half off. Just different things that we can find a little wiggle room in and help people get back into it. Because we're a community-based business and we want people to survive. But the government, instead of supporting small farmers, instead of supporting businesses and grocery stores and telling the American people, they're like, look, keep shopping. We need y'all to keep spending money. That's the way the economy works. Y'all have to spend money so everybody has the money to work and it keeps in circulation. And hopefully this thing will ride itself out. But when the government sets the standard that it's the company's fault, the greedy corporations, it's capitalism, and the government's going to step in and do something to help the citizen, they undermine the legitimacy of small business. They undermine the hardworking people that are trying to provide for their family and their community. And now you have people that are mad at the company. The company's now disgruntled at the community, like, why won't y'all support us? You're in our community, but you go past us to Aldi's or Safeway or Save-A-Lot or Publix or Winn-Dixie, but then you come in here and drop $1 and scream you support local, but you don't care about local. And trust me, it's a balance, right? It's a fine balance of understanding people and budgets and what they want to do and what they can do. And that's why we're so grateful for every person we have. That's why we use extended family instead of customers. Because really, we couldn't do it without everybody that supports us, listens to us, shops, buys, recommends us, sends out a post, reshares our videos. So you are a part of our success, no matter if you're just the guy that shares all my videos and you never get to the store. We have a lot of people that just reshare videos.
That's awesome.
So thank you very much. And we have people that post on Facebook. They're like, man, we'd love to come in there. We live too far away and we just can't afford it.
We'll ship it to you. It's good.
Yes, we got everything you need. So 407-402-5686 is our number. Or we have organicmeats.com. Am I good? We have organicmeats.com. You can go on there, kind of some limited options, but we do have a website that we're working on and building. I will be in Fort Walton. Well, I'm leaving here and going to Georgia. Amy and I are going up. We're going up Sunday morning. We'll be in Cumberland Mall. So if you listen to this show, you still have time to get your order in. 407-402-5686. Text or call the shop.
They're going to run over to the shop right after the show, after the cleaning the ribs.
Well,
they're cleaning the plate.
They're
and
still
then
at the shop. I still have a crew working right now. So Alina and Aurora, Julian, Victor, Jesse, they're all at the shop right now, still getting it on.
And they're going to be there until y'all leave in the morning, packing your bags for you.
Hey, no order left behind. Now, if you sit at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're out of gas because we're already on the road.
Right.
But we're leaving early. We're going to be at the mall at 9:30, Cumberland Mall in Atlanta. Then we're shooting over to Dothan, Alabama. And then we're going into Niceville, Fort Walton, DeFuniak. We'll meet everybody there Sunday afternoon. So if you're in that route area, get your order in and we'll bring you. I had a lady text. She's like, I can't afford a lot. I was like, I'm coming anyway. Order 1 steak. Order one pound of ground beef. I don't care. I'm coming. So you're only losing, not me, because me having a couple extra pounds in the freezer helps out with the diesel. Oh, look at that. That could be a T-shirt. A couple extra pounds in the freezer helps out with the diesel. I like that. That should be a slogan. That should be a slogan. So get your order in, 407-402-5686. This story about this Navarro lady goes on to pull at the heartstrings about it's not fair that the basic needs of survival are what are being exploited by the grocery stores and the companies. They know we have to have this to survive, and they know we have to pay whatever they tell us to pay, so they continue to raise the prices, exploiting and taking advantage of the American people. So let me be the voice of reason. I'm sure there are companies out there that are exploiting things, but most of them are just hardworking Americans that want to stay in business, want to take care of their family, and want to be here in years to come. I had a conversation with a guy a couple weeks ago. He's like, man, why are tomatoes $1.50 a piece? I said, well, I can give them to you for 75 cents today, but I won't be here next week. So if you want tomatoes next week, you got to pay the $1.50. He's like, well, what does that mean? I said, well, it means if I sell them to you at 75 cents, I'm not making any money. I can't pay the rent. I can't pay the employees. I can't get the lights on. So if you want them cheap, great. But I won't be here no more. I'm going to be out of business. So if you want good tomatoes all the time, please help me out and pay the price. And he understood, and he bought he bought like a dozen of them. But anyways, most companies are out there doing the best they can to take care of themselves so they can take care of you. So no matter what the government and the media tells you, please continue to support local, continue to push through, and as communities, we can all get through this.